Welcome back, everyone, to Endwalker. Once again, when we last left off, we were in the first zone back at Charlian. So let's go ahead and pick up this other side quest that I forgot to get last time. And I also figured out what happened with the Ether Currents, finally. They are now in collections, which I have to find. Okay. So let me just, where's my lock? There we go. Get rid of that. And now, there we go. So now we can use our ether compass. Closest one is southeast. I'm sure we've missed one or two of them already. But chances are we probably can't complete it anyways at the moment. Madame, if you could hold out your hand, I have something you must really eat. Please insist. It's not the juiciest, sweetest, most invigorating thing you've ever tasted. I just finished baking a batch, and judging by your somewhat wan complexion, I thought you could use a little treat. Oh, don't worry, I know exactly what I'm feeding you. Though I've settled here in the haven of Archive Cultural Treasures, I was once a student of the Nutritional Sciences at the Faculty of Medicine. Knowledge from the course certainly comes in useful when it comes to keeping my weary colleagues healthy and hale, although I do struggle to find the time to collect all the ingredients I need. In fact, I wonder if you'd be willing to help in that regard. I was about to head out and gather some things east of here. If we could scour the area to the northwest for a couple of rotting logs, I'd ever be so grateful. Alright, I'm gonna turn my sound a little bit down, because it's a little bit loud on my end. I don't think it changes on the recording, but, that's a weird, like, cat mount there. I think that's actually, like, one of the yokai promotional things. It looks like it. Like, every once in a while they have, like, this yokai set of games that I don't even know if they've had any recently, but there is a... Have I touched this either right? I don't actually remember. Okay, I have. Okay. Yeah, I had gotten that ether right. My recording screen just decided it was going to freeze itself, so already off to a good start. 2 minutes in and that's already happening, so... In any case... I did wish I knew about the ether compass beforehand, but I guess that just didn't work out exactly. We want to go northward. Also, there's a mail for us, which should be our other stuff for... Yeah, there we go. Nice. So I got a scythe, which didn't show up here, but I got an aerial horn, which is a new mount, I believe, so we'll have that. We have the wind-up Porum. So I'll definitely change out my mounts now, because why not? We've had the polar bear for quite a bit of time. Does this have any of its own music, I'm wondering? Oh, it does, nice. And it looks like a... It's like a flying horse, a Pegasus, I guess it would be, right? That's what it looks like. This actually would work out super great for, when we actually get to fly this thing. Yeah, I could have gone Reaper if I really wanted to, but I would have had to waste 10 levels of grinding to get up to Endwalker, so I figured, since I'm already a Paladin, that's the actual, class, that's the one that's actually... Oh, I have to actually hop off this thing? I thought it just auto-hopped off. Yeah, I definitely like the new mount. Yeah, we didn't really get a new mount in the story of Shadowbringer, so it might be the same here. We might be with that Pegasus mount for quite some time. But after I'm done with Endwalker, I can definitely do some more extra stuff. So maybe we'll be getting more stuff. I do love this day theme here. It's so whimsical, I love it. Let's see. Ether compass. Northeast. It's very close. I'm surprised I didn't see this before, actually, if it was that close around here. Or is it up above? Might be up above. If it's not over here in this corner, then it's up above. Yeah, okay. It's like gonna be right up here, isn't it? Yep, okay. We have to go all the way up there, I guess. Hopefully we can sneak by this troll. I don't really want to fight it. Oh wow, they got two of them just sitting up here by the ether current. Let's see if I can just sneak by. I got one of their attention, but at least the other one didn't aggro. Ah, there goes the other one. I think I aggroed it with my AoE actually, so that's my fault. They're actually doing some damage to me, but they're the same level as me, so that makes sense, I guess. Alright, that was a bit of fighting for just this one ether current. There's one way off to the south. Let's go ahead and take this quest back. Alright. So this would give us a little bit of a chunk of experience at least. So I'm hoping I'll be able to 81 by the time I get done with this zone bit, because I'm pretty sure we're probably halfway done with it, and then we have to move on to Razahan. Here are your logs. Yes, they should be riddled with the little darlings. Thank you, both from me and on behalf of my sure-to-be-appreciative fellow archivists. After all, no dish has more nutritional value than one made of beetle larvae. Ew. Okay. You need to know that. There's actually one fairly close over here, so let me see about grabbing that one before I head off to the quest over there. Okay, it's straight south now, let me see. We're about to head off a cliff, that's not really where I want to be. Yeah, I'll just leave you alone for now. I don't need you attacking me. There comes another one. Oh, there's a Reaper right there. I was wondering why I'd run into one. Reaper Bunny. In fact, I'm surrounded by Reaper bunnies. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. Yeah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me with this too. You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cries a distinctive call. Single it out and shoot it with a sleeping dart. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Okay, so it has green feathers and it calls. Should be decent enough, I would assume. Okay, yeah, we got that zoom-in searching thing going on. Hang on. Pretty sure that's it. Green feathers, and it was calling.
Fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
There you are. Any new revelations? So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers hand-picked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the Medial Circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you'd do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Alright, at least we found another way possible. This has been a very curious place so far, though. Looks like this is the way we're heading, too, so... Like, I so want to get down there, but maybe where I'm heading will lead me that way anyway, so... Unless I get another hit somewhere close by, I'm gonna stay on the path, I guess. Actually... Nope, that's the same one. Never mind. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna find anything right away. This must be at the entrance to the mine shaft. This faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures home there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we need to watch out our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. We got a headgear. Let's go ahead and put that on. I'll see what it looks like with the headgear on. I kind of like it. It sort of covers it covers my eyes for sure, but the rest of it is kind of like, I can deal with it. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps to check their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again on the other end of the tunnel. I definitely need to sort out my armory chest here a bit, because I'm definitely getting to the point where I need some more room, I guess. So I am way getting packed. I have a lot of items that I could probably store away too, which is another thing, so. In fact, now that I think about it, I could probably get rid of like all this stuff from I don't need any of this stuff at this point because I'm not worried about doing the Eden raids again anytime soon. I unfortunately didn't get the 2 other sets, and I don't really care about getting them at this point, but I did get the first set and started the Endwalker with it, but I'm basically changed over to the other set that they're giving me now. I think the only thing I'm missing at this point are the gauntlets and the miscellaneous, like, other stuff. But the armor set itself, I almost have all of it, besides I think the arms. But I try and keep my inventory at least a bit clear. It's actually a bit darker in here than I figured it would be. Huh. Looks like there's a fight up ahead, though. Mythocap. And down. It is super dark in here, wow. I thought I was gonna get by them, but I guess not. Three of them this time, nice. Hang on a second. Well, that certainly got them down a bit. Okay, I guess the way we're getting to was just the, like, lower area in the first place. So, was there a, Was there actually a ether current in here? Certainly it's looking like it, I think. But if I'm gonna see it, it's gonna have to be... There it is, okay. So I guess I should be happy that I took the time to take a look at the compass before I left this spot entirely. Okay. There should be one not too far away from here. It's northward, okay. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the Medial Circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Annabelle's assumption holds true, the specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration. We should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Now I'm already starting to see level 81 enemies, huh? Yeah, it should be still north here. Aha, now I know where we are. This is Medial Economics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it's this facility which coordinates and oversees these efforts. The fruits of the research go to feed the Labyrinthos' colleagues, or so I hear. Where notable successes might make it to the Agora. Foods so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet those workers seem to share the same sense of urgency. It's possible that we know something of the Foreign's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from their workers. The rest of us will do the same or cast about for useful clues. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that ether current before we move along. Okay, it's northeast now, so we're not too far away from Stray Tomato, level 81. Okay, now it's directly east, so let's go ahead and move along. Where is it? Right around this waterfall, I'm assuming. Yeah, we were up there before, I'm pretty sure, so... Yep, there it is, okay. I'm assuming we can get back where we were if we go down here. Okay. Next one's probably gonna be farther away. Yeah, off to the west somewhere. Just being attacked by vegetables. Can I clear this wall? No, I can't. Almost, though. It was not very far off at all. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to people in here. I saw one at least that was in the back. Northwest, so probably in the direction we'll end up going, I'm sure. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one's a variety of grape. Well, it needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale and the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled. Region in the south of Isilbar. Most remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swamps of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territories ever contested, as you might expect, used to be called Curvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amoenus. The forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a research ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. And since it's provided a rich foundation for countless experiments and cultivation. Okay, we got that guy at least. Is there maybe somebody inside this little house here, maybe? Oh, we can't even go in there. Never mind. Oh, there's somebody. Do I have aught to have taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop the hill over there. God's hauling the lot up the slope was a job and a half. Might be a way to get further that way. Oh there, we weren't expecting visitors, not with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? The mineshaft, you say? Well, you're a much harder soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I would reach such tenacity of a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has this filling order list a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of prop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard this grand reorganization, I assumed we'd be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Yeah, it sounds like the idea of a migration is, not too far off. Actually, why don't I have my chocobo out? Why not? Maybe I have to go up there. It's over there. I'm basically following a trail of like a dozen or half a dozen people at any given time, it seems. Labels on these crates tell the story of their contents, bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports.
Hard to look away. isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Have you learned aught of interest? A flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly. Isn't that the entrance to the Arcane? Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all... Cryer?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
I think maybe she is almost able to talk to Heidelin, but isn't quite there yet. At least that's my assumption at the moment. Because she was talking about having heard a voice earlier, too. Is Krylon still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We can't let our quarry slip away. How you doing, Cryo? Forgive me, my attention has been elsewhere. We're following Erenville, weren't we? Okay. Anything nearby with the compass? To the west, I guess. Erenville was heading westward along the path outside the Archeon. Come, we can still catch him. Okay, we're kind of heading northwest anyway, so... Looks like it's another, is it down this way? Let me see. Yeah, apparently it's... like off down that way. Actually, there's a little bit of a bridge here. Let's see. Okay, so it's southwest. Oh, there it is. I see it now. I'm so close to level 81. But at least I know I'll get it before I'm done here. I just hope to get to level 82 by the time I'm done with the other spot. What does my thing look like so far? I got 4 out of the 10. So, 6 more to go. I'll probably only get 1 or 2 more, I think. I probably missed one towards the very entrance of the place, but from what I remember from Shadowbringers, I think they split it like evenly. Being able to get 5 on the first trip, and then on the return trip you get like 5 more, so... So I'm assuming this is going to wrap up here soon. Hold on a moment, I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logistion Beta, one of Labyrinth's climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, in which we could access the upper and lower tiers. If I were ancient of the form, it would make it for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect him to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll by. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Grahan has vanished while we're here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. Goodness. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I'll refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd likely leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Which reminds me, where are the creatures hereabouts? In that form, you're essentially defenseless. Oh, don't want to do that. You've changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. You will return from your transfigured status if you move too far away. Look through your map for your transfigured's area of effect. Speak with Yostola to restore or prolong your transfiguration. Okay. Nothing too crazy with that. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit! Alpha Toad, Ally Toad now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Alright. Just gotta make sure we don't run into anything. I guess a chocobo wearing a festive costume is alright though. That's not gonna draw any attention. It is the season after all. I do see something up there. Bigger toad. I don't want that. Aha, there we go. We have found the spot.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Well, that was kind of funny. Suppose we should have known a gleaner who specialized in animal crewment would not be easily deceived, yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Charlene has been called to action, and the Teleforia's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthios, not to mention ignore Rosia's request for aid. Level 81, nice. And I think that'd probably be a good spot for this video in any case, so I'll be continuing on in the next one here real soon. So, see you guys then.